welcome and thank you so much for joining me, Alyssa Arundell, for your April 2021 tarot card reading. For this month, we're going to pull 3 tarot cards to look into the personal development side of what this month can offer. And then we're going to pull an oracle card to just explore that more spiritual side of what may be happening. But this is a general reading and I hope that you do get something from it. But if you would like to reach out for your personal one-to-one consultation with me, I'd be honored to work with you, and I'll leave that info in the description box down beneath this video, as well as your free 3-card tarot reading if you would like to explore that. But without further ado, let's get into this month and see what the cards hold for you. Hello Libra, and welcome to your April 2021 tarot card reading. Let's have a look at what the month holds for you, Libra, whether this is your sun, moon or ascendant. So let's see what happens here. Okay, the first card that comes up for you is the 3 of Cups. This is typically a card about community, Libra. Some of you will be able to move a bit more freely around, and you'll be able to sort of have that sense of community, particularly if you have been feeling lonely at times. This is going to be really important for you to be able to reconnect with people in some way. For some of you, this is about the community gathering around you, or you helping your own community out in some ways. For some of you, your community may be a little bit of a block in life for you at the moment, because when we come from a very traditional viewpoint, and by traditional, I don't just mean our beliefs or our spiritual beliefs. It can sometimes be as simple as, well, this is the way things have always been done. And if you want to change that in some way, you might have to work with your community in order to make that happen. So it's not going to be something this month where you're working in a singular way. This is about a collective group team effort. For some of you, you're going to excel at that. For others of you that are more introverted and prefer to work alone, this is going to be a bit of a challenge, but something that actually I think is going to be very good for you in the long run. The next card that comes up for your month of April, Libra, is the 4 of Swords. So energy could take a little bit of a dip in the middle of the month. The 4 of Swords is very much a card of just feeling exhausted, like you physically need to lie down, take a rest, have some self-care. Know that if you do take a little bit of time off, that things are not going to fall apart completely. The world will keep spinning, and you've got to, particularly in the middle of this month, look after your own needs. This is your physical health, your emotional health, your spiritual health, and your mental health. And just allowing yourself to have that. Swords do represent our thoughts and our mind. So if you are feeling overwhelmed, stressed, or some anxiety, or even depression is part of your world at the moment, first of all, please don't judge yourself for it. At some point in everybody's life, unless people are very, very fortunate, we will experience some form of mental health in our life, because we all experience some form of physical health issues in our life as well. So it's just firstly not judging that, and secondly taking some time out or asking for some support perhaps from your community if you need it. So it's not anything massively, it's not scary or anything like that. It's just telling you that this month your energy might take a dip, and self-care is going to be very important, rather than being the caregiver and giving out all of your energy so that you don't have enough for yourself. You've got to be a little bit more selfish, I feel, Libra, particularly in the middle of this month. What else comes up for you towards the end of the month, Libra? We have the Fool. So this to me is fantastic. It means you've listened to, your thoughts and your feelings, and putting yourself in a much more, a much calmer state of mind, a much more rested state of mind. And once you've had that little break, even if it's just a day, a duvet day, you're ready to start again. But the new beginning is actually very big and very important because it's the Fool, and this is a major arcana card. So we look at the Fool here. He's got his stick, he's climbing up that hill, he's got his backpack of the resources he feels or she feels they may need. You've got this little dog pulling at you saying, you know, are you going the right way? Are you doing the right thing? Or you could interpret this dog as pushing the Fool forward, saying, you know, go out and do it. This is a part of your mind that is taking care of you, you know, that super ego side of ourselves that we can't always control. But this is saying to you, you know, go out, explore, take that leap of faith, take that risk. It may even be that it's something as simple as telling somebody that you like them in a romantic way. And when this happens, there is always a chance that we will be rejected. It's not anyone's business to say yes or no that will happen, because everybody's situation is different. And also the other person involved has their own free will. But if we don't try, we won't know. And sometimes in life, facing those rejections is hurtful and it's hard. But once we keep putting ourselves out there a bit more, rejection just becomes part of life, like anything else. But there will be times when that rejection doesn't happen, when some huge achievements are made. So if this is going for a new job, embarking on a new relationship, moving to a new location, Libra, that leap of faith by the end of the month is very much on the front of your mind. But just focus on, you know, family, community and rest for the beginning of this month, and I feel that you'll be more than ready to take these action steps later on. So what do the Dragon Oracle cards have to say to you? Dragons are very fiery, very ethereal, very beautiful, very mythical. So let's see what comes up here. Okay, the card for you this month, Libra, is Luna. So I feel like there are some deep sensitivities running through. People who say the moon cannot affect us, I just don't understand how, from even a scientific perspective, that could be true, because the moon affects our tides and the water on our entire planet, and we are made up from, 70% water, so surely that would have an impact on our emotional state as well. I feel it's not asking you to particularly do anything. It's just maybe take a little notepad and pen and write down how you're feeling in the new moon this month. Write down how you're feeling in a full moon this month. And just see if you can work with the cycles, because it isn't just, females that are affected by lunar cycles. It is all of us. Females may be more in tune with the actual cycle of it, but the moon still has that power. And does affect us. And there's countless studies about, crime rates or different things happening during a full moon. And I do think it must affect us in some way. So I don't think it's asking you to particularly do anything on a full moon or new moon, but just check in and see how you're feeling. This is a very sensitive, intuitive card to come up. So push a bit of your logical brain to one side a little bit more this month than perhaps you are used to, and just intuitively, spiritually feel your way through this, just as your ancestors would have done. And check back into that more ethereal side of your nature. But I do feel by the end of the month you're going to have a new spark, lease of life, moving into May, and that's really exciting. But you do have some time before these big changes to look after your own well-being and just be, like we said earlier, a little bit more selfish, Libra. So there you have your April 2021 tarot card reading. Thank you so much for joining me this month and sharing the space with you. I so look forward to reading for you again next month. But if you would like to reach out to me for that live one-to-one consultation, I'd be honoured to work with you. And I'll leave that information of how you can do that in the description box beneath this video. But until we speak again next month, stay safe and take care. Alyssa.